Hey everyone, and welcome to another Hungry Heffy Crafts video. I'm Lesley Oman and I am excited to share this tutorial with you guys today, which is part of the blog hop for honeybee stamps because we're celebrating the awesome new release, and my card today features the little pickup stamp set and the sending you sentiments, and I've also incorporated a couple of Chibitronics LEDs into my project today. So this is the awesome new stamp set called Little Pickup from Honeybee Stamps. It has this cute little truck and lots of cargo, so you can use the stamp all year round. And I'm pairing that up today with the Sending You sentiments, also a new one. And just look how many sentiments are on there. It's a fabulous stamp set. I'm going to be using a square card, or making a square card today, and I really want my truck to be the focal image of my card. And I'll add some lights to the front and back of my truck, and also on the little Christmas tree, which I will put in the trunk of the truck. I've picked a couple of sentiments from my Sending You Sentiments pack to create a Christmas themed greeting. So my card will read Sending Christmas Cheer. I'm going to be doing some ink blending today, so I'm stamping this with some Versamark ink, and then I will emboss with some white embossing powder before moving over to stamping my little truck with the Christmas tree. So I thought it'd be cute to have some fairy lights on my tree, even though it is in the trunk of a car. And I've pulled out this stamp set called More Flaky Friends, also from Honeybee Stamps, which has these really cute, perfectly sized fairy lights, which would be awesome on my Christmas tree. So first of all, I'm taking a post-it note and using this to create a mask so that I can create the perfect area to stamp my little fairy lights. So first of all, I'll stamp the fairy lights onto my card, and then when I remove the post-it note, I can stamp my tree right on top, and the fairy lights will be perfectly positioned. I'm using some Simon Says stamp ink for that, and then I'm going to ink the actual truck using Memento Tuxedo Black ink, because I will be using some Copic markers to colour this truck in today. This truck has got lots of details on it, so it doesn't actually need an awful lot of colouring. And that's one of the great things about it. I think it looks adorable. There's so many ways you can use it, and I think it would be great for masculine cards as well. I decided to go for a teal colour. I guess it looks a little bit more like a vintage truck then. And I will finish this off with a few greys and then cut him out. And in the meantime, I'll move over to inking up my background. This bottom section, which will be the road, I've used a couple of greys for that. And then the top section of my card, I want to create a sky. So I've picked some blue tones. First of all, peacock feathers, so I get a bit of brightness in the middle of my card. And then bring in some blueprint sketch and some chipped sapphire around the outside, because I really want my background to pop. To create a nighttime scene, then I've added some black soot around all my elements. I thought it'd be interesting to add a little bit more background, so I've used some green vellum to create a bit of a hedge in the background. And now I can move over to working on my lights. I've used a piercing tool and a foam mat to pierce through where each of the fairy lights are, both on the truck and on the panel. And I've also marked on my card where the lights would be for my truck. Now I know exactly where I want them to be. I'm using my silent setter, which is an eyelet making tool or eyelet setting tool, to create some holes so I can trim out exactly where I want my LEDs to be. And then I'll use this to mark on my card the areas where my lights will have to go. I'll also mark on here where my battery is going to be, and I can grab my Chibitronics lights here. These are little LEDs which you connect with some copper tape to create a circuit, and there's a little battery that you press to complete the circuit and light up your card. If you go to the Chibitronics website, you will actually see a lot more information about how to build up these circuits, but here you can see that I'm creating a bit of a loop. So it goes from the battery down to my yellow light, across the left to the red light, up to the blue, and then back up to the battery again. With the copper tape, it's really simple. It is self-adhesive, but whenever you're turning the corner, the easiest way to do this is to pull the tape, fold it back on itself, and use your nail to position it. Give it a wee pinch, and then that will help you turn the tape. That works a lot better rather than cutting your tape. It's better to keep it as one continuous piece. Now I need to put tape on the top of my battery, so I've added a little flap of paper, just copy paper, and what that means is I can fold this over so it goes on the other side of the card. Now at this point I realized that one battery wasn't enough. I needed to add a second battery to my project because there is quite a lot of lights on my card and quite a lot of tape for it to travel along. So instead of having two batteries, one on top of another, I've added another battery just below here. Now I can actually connect this and have this connected all the time and just have the switch on my upper battery. Now that I have my circuit complete, I'm going to build up all the way around my card using some foam tape. I want to make sure that my foam tape doesn't interrupt with the circuit at all, but what I am also doing is building the foam tape around each of the LEDs so that all of the light comes out from the LED out the front of the card and doesn't get lost. We don't have wasted light in behind my card. So I'll build up all the way around each of these LEDs. And at every step of the way, I'm testing that light because I don't want it to lose connectivity at all. Once I have my front panel in place, I can stick my little truck on top, and I used a hole punch to punch a hole on the cutout on my little truck so that it shines out through each of my headlight and tail light. To finish up the card, I'm going to add some embossing paste so that I have a nice snowy feel to my card front. I've used washi tape to cover up the sentiment or anywhere else that I don't want the embossing paste to go, and set that to the side to dry. So that's pretty much the card complete. Thank you so much for watching the video today, and I hope that you will come on over to Honeybee Stamps and check out the rest of the release and have fun hopping along the rest of the blog hub. Please do leave a like if you liked the video and leave me a comment. And here's a few more of my videos if you'd like to take a moment to check them out.